Saturday morning is typically a great time for relaxing, but increasingly technology is bringing work into out-of-office hours. Researchers at the University of Melbourne have been tracking the work habits of around 500 Australians, and they found that the structured 9-to-5 work week is disappearing. Dr. Dan Woodman, an associate professor in sociology at the University of Melbourne, says we're so busy, we're now having to schedule face-to-face time together.
Well, around work, people have made a transition to what looks like what we think of as the kind of standard pattern of work. So from casual to permanent contracts, from part to full-time. But that one thing that maybe Dolly Parton and the rest of us associate with that standard job, the 9-to-5, just hasn't arrived for a lot of our participants. We've been following people's lives to see what's happening with their work, and in the last round of the study with a colleague called Julia Cook, we did something a little different, which was we got 50 of our larger group of participants and we put an app on their mobile phone and asked them to recruit either their partner or a good friend. We followed both their lives for a week. So in detail, checking in regularly throughout the day to see how messy people's schedules were and who was doing the work of getting schedules back into sync. As few of us work those kind of standard 9-to-5 hours, we're all kind of on our own individual schedule. So somebody's got to organise us all one way or another if we're going to spend some time with those people who really matter to us, so the significant others or family or close friends. And we found that in different friendship groups, sometimes one person takes on that role more than others, and in partnerships, and it was heterosexual couples we had in our study, tended to be the women who were doing this work of getting our lives into sync as our work lives get messier. There's lots of talk about burnout that people face and the mental load. And this is almost like one more task we've added on top of things. So we found a lot of participants who were getting their partner or friends to download shared apps so they could use their phone to kind of build a group calendar, and then complaining because someone had said they were going to be free Saturday afternoon in a couple of weeks to, get together and watch the TV. Then at the last moment, one of the good friends would pull out and say, can't do it, maybe we'll try again in a month's time. So there's all this work that's being done by someone, and we're not sharing that work equally of trying to get our lives back into sync. We did find people using various tools on their phone, and the mobile phone is this thing that's both caused our lives to become messier, but the phone kind of is how we're contacted to mess up our schedules, but also what we're using to do all this work of keeping in contact if we can't catch up face-to-face, but also to schedule things in face-to-face. The thing that really makes a difference to people, I think, is when they have some control over their schedules. So there's a lot of flexibility now in our work. We're not doing the 9-to-5, but for some people that flexibility is theirs, and for a lot of other people that flexibility is their employers or someone else's. And that person who's taking that role of getting people's lives into sync, even if they control their own time, they might be trying to get a husband or kids who don't control their time in the same way to all turn up for an event. Maybe it's grandma's birthday and we all want to have a cake. But we've all kind of got to deal with this world where it's not just our own schedule, but those of everyone else we want to hang out with that's on the move and maybe not in our control.